Yo, what's going on YouTube? RT back. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, spent time with your families, all that type of stuff. Today, we'll be talking about Battle Beaver Custom controllers. So I bought one, I returned it, I bought another one. We're going to find out why. I also have an Elite Series 2. We're going to compare the two, see which one's better, the pros and cons between them. And we're going to talk about it and see what you guys think, give your opinions and everything else. Right now, we're going to cue the intro, then we'll get into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. So here is the original Battle Beaver controller that I bought, Xbox Series X ones. So they say you can't hear them on stream. I also have the interchangeable thumbsticks, so you can pop these off. They also sent a couple different tip sizes and everything else. Now, a disclaimer, they do not fit control freaks, which is an issue. So I have these white ones. They are the 4-prongers. I don't know if that is why they don't fit, but I do notice they don't fit, so I want to mention it to you. It's kind of, I don't really like that. I don't know why they don't fit, but hey, it is what it is. So we also have the smart triggers, which are awesome. I actually love these. These are probably the best triggers on the market, to be completely honest with you. I love them. I also did get on this controller the extreme thumbstick tension, which I think the guy, when I talked to Edward, who was an awesome customer service, that guy was great. Nothing but positivity from that guy, and he's just super helpful. And I liked it, but I wasn't 100% sure because it kind of messes with your aim a little bit unless you're used to it. So for me, I was coming from an Elite Series 2, which I love. God, this thing is heavy. So I took the rumble packs and all that out of this, and it's light. Like, it's super light. Like, I wish I had a scale to weigh these. This Elite Series 2 is heavy, bro. It's unbelievable. I love this controller, though. I've had issues with it, though. This is my second one. Unfortunately, I had issues with it, but Best Buy. This is my second one. I've had issues with this controller, unfortunately. But their warranty through Best Buy and the Microsoft warranty is great. So I just went into Best Buy. They swapped it, gave me a new one. We'll get into warranties later, which, unfortunately, is one of the biggest downfalls of Battle Beaver Customs, in my personal opinion. So I returned this because all this really isn't needed. Like, this looks cool, and I actually wish I did have it because it's cool. But it's just super pricey. The problem with these controllers is they're so much money. Now, I did not have an issue with this one, but I ended up returning it because of the fact it was just so much money. And there were some things that I needed changed on it. And me and Edward spoke. He was a great guy. He kind of told me some things to change and to do a better build. So this is the one I went with and the one I currently use. And no issues. None whatsoever. I still have the 4 buttons on the back, as you can see. It's hard to see, but I do have 4 buttons on the back. These are not the soft quiet, so these are louder. If you can hear them, we'll compare them. That's the ones that are not quiet, and these are the ones that are quiet. I can tell the difference. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the mic or not, but there is a difference. These also have a textured grip type of feel to them, but they're wobbly. They're a little wobbly, which I don't like. These are just, they don't move. They're just little buttons. They're obviously louder, but I think I actually like these better, and I think this is a better option. I also got the Control Freak grips, which are definitely better than the, I don't even know what type of grips these are. They just came with the controller, and they're okay. They're not awful grips, but they're not these. These are way better. I also, same thing, smart trigger. With this one, you have an option to get the Battle Beaver thing. I actually think that's pretty dope. I think that's super cool. So I went with it on both of them. The other thing about this controller is you can do smart bumpers. You can do everything. I mean, there's so many options with these controllers. It's incredible what they can do. I just got the red buttons, and everything else is just a standard Xbox controller. There's nothing different. Obviously, the same thing. They took out the rumble pack and all of that. Back to the Elite Series 2. So you have the paddles here. And paddles, I'm indifferent on them because I've always only used paddles over buttons, and I need some more time on them. I'm kind of liking the buttons a little bit better because these you can only really use two. Like I use the small ones, as you can see, and they have the bigger options. They have all kinds of custom stuff. I can show you here in the box. I don't know if you'll be able to see it great, but they have different size thumbsticks also. These, I will tell you, fit control freaks. So I'm not 100% sure why the Battle Beaver ones, the interchangeable thumbsticks, don't. Now, on this one, this is the one I use now. They do fit because these are just standard Xbox ones. There's not raised, no nothing. So I use a control freak on the right one. With these, they fit. They give you different, longer paddles and everything. I think it's impossible to use 4 paddles on it, in my personal opinion. I've tried them, and they don't work. The build quality, I think, is very good in this Elite controller. The grips are better than the Elite Series 1. I had the Elite Series 1. Love that controller too, but the grips were awful. Mine fell off after about a month. These grips are better, but I also feel like they're slidey. Like if you sweat, my hands sweat, unfortunately. So they kind of get slippery. The Elite Series 2 is a great controller. It's just, I know they had lawsuits and all this. They have issues with it. I still love it. I don't have this controller still. This is the second one I have. Don't have any issues with it. I wanted to try Battle Beaver because all I kept hearing was great things about the company and everything else. We're going to get into my things that I like and don't like about Battle Beaver right now. Number 1, we're going to do dislikes first because I want to end on a positive note. The price. It's too goddamn high. Shout out to Flossie Carter. That guy's a great YouTuber. Check him out. It's just too much money. It's way too much money. Even without the custom stuff, so there's no faceplate, you can get this like rainbowed, you can get everything decked out in these controllers. The only thing I ever did was this. It cost me about $250. $240, around there. And that's just too high. And the warranty you get, number 2, the biggest downfall of this is the warranty. You get 30-day money-back guarantee, which I will get my money back for this one, which is great. That's awesome. The extended warranty is only 120 days. That's awful. I'm sorry. I spoke to Edward. We spoke for hours about these things, and it's just bad. My opinion, I understand Microsoft is a huge company. I get that. But if you stand by your products, like this company does stand by them, you should give a longer warranty. In my personal opinion, they give you a 1 year out of the box warranty. I bought a 2-year extended warranty for $50. $50. That speaks for itself, to be honest with you. This is a 120-day warranty, unfortunately. And that is probably the biggest downfall of this. And they're a smaller company, and I get it. I would just like to see a little more out of them when it comes to the warranty side. Now, the guy, Edward, I spoke with, like I said before, I'll reiterate because this guy was awesome. He explained they're a smaller company. Things break down. Parts are parts. So I get it to a point, and they do stand by the products. I've never heard anything negative about this company. Now, the 120-day warranty cost, let me see exactly how much that is. It's about, it looks like it's about $15 for a 120-day warranty, which isn't awful. The price is decent, but just the 120 days is bad. Now, he did say if something does break with the controller, so let's say I have thumbstick drift after 120 days, so it's not covered. He did mention, I could test this out in the future, and we'll make another video, we can recap it. If there is drift on your thumbstick, you send it back in. You have to pay for shipping and all that. But he said they usually just make you pay for parts. They don't really make you pay for labor. So if that's actually true, which I believe the guy has been nothing but awesome to me. Seemed like he was genuine. I believe that. So that's great that they don't charge you a ton. He says he tries to keep the cost as low as possible. But that would be a downside to it. And another issue I have with the Battle Beaver is it's not really an issue, but it's a custom controller. So you don't really know what fits you best. Like I said, I had an issue with the thumbstick. I dropped it down to not extreme and to just increased. And that's something you don't know until you get the controller. Like, you don't know if the button placements are good. They kind of have an idea on their website for you to figure out where to go, what to get. But it's just custom, so it's kind of hard to judge something looking at their website. I mean, they do the best they can, but with you getting it, you can go, like, I wanted to change some things, which is why I did change it. And that was kind of the issue with it, is you don't know what you're getting. And now I feel like I perfected my controller. There's a couple things I would change, but we're not going to get into that because I don't want to bother them with it. But overall, it's definitely way better than the original one I bought, for sure. But that's just the problem, is you don't know until you get it and you feel it in your hand of what is best for you. The positives. You can customize everything. Literally everything. Anything you can think of, you can customize. Which is really cool. It's just the pricing of this stuff is super expensive. I also forgot to mention, I have the remappable chip in here. So like right now, I play Apex Legends a lot. So this is my A button. My top right is A. Top left is B. Bottom left is heals. And bottom right is Y, which switches weapons. So I can change these to anything I want with the remappable chip. Now, if you didn't get it, I would be stuck with these. But I got the remappable chip to where, so if I want to change the top left to X to where I can just loot, I can just loot like that. So that's cool. You can change any buttons you want with the remappable chip. So that's awesome. The customized, it's great. The smart triggers, like I said before, are probably the best triggers on a controller I've ever used. In my opinion. The Elite Series 2, like you can see, you can hear it. And this is the Battle Beaver. Like a mouse click. That's way better. I like that a lot more. These seem to be more reliable. I mean, they're just normal Xbox controllers, so they're just like this. They're the same thing, from my understanding, and they just go in and do what they do best, and that's customize everything, put the paddles and all that. So that's a plus to where you can do anything you want. The grips are great. The durability is great. I think buttons are better, personal opinion. And that's the other reason why I wanted to try it, is because the buttons were great. The racer or smart triggers are great. And I really have nothing to complain about other than the price is a little too high and the fact that the warranty is not very good. That's it. Everything else is great. Now, would I recommend the Elite Series 2 over the Battle Beaver? So, yes. But the Elite Series 2 is $179, okay? You get a 1-year warranty through Microsoft. You can buy a 2-year warranty for about $50-$60. That's a 3-year warranty on this controller for $179. This controller was about $240 for me. $230, somewhere around in there. And you get a 120-day warranty. That's the downside. Now, performance, I would tell you this one is better. It's just I don't have any issues. I haven't hit some thumbstick. Nothing really issues with this controller. This is my second one, so I've had issues. So just alone and the reputation of the Elite Series 2, it'll go with Battle Beaver. Customization. Now, this you can. The Elite Series 2, you can go in. And there's a thing they give you with it where you can adjust the thumbstick tension. There's a lot of customization in this controller. My personal opinion, I think the customization in the Battle Beaver is better. So I would give customization probably to Battle Beaver. And overall, I think I'm going to give the winner to Battle Beaver. Just because of the durability of these and the reputation this company has for just customer service is great. Obviously with Microsoft, you get what you get with them as a big company. These guys are more genuine with you and you feel like you're getting an actual customer experience. Like with that Edward guy I dealt with was great. The build quality on these are definitely a lot better. I mean, it's just standard Xbox. The Elite Series 2 is not a normal Xbox controller. So this is just a normal Xbox controller with them tweaking everything and everything else. So for me, I'm going to go with the Battle Beaver. I've been using it. I'll continue to use it. There are some things I'd like to change on it again, but I'm not going to go through the hassle with them because I've already done it once. Alright guys, that is my review of the Battle Beaver Custom Controller. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think of this controller, if you guys have one, or what your thoughts on the video, what your guys' opinion of this company is. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.